Good morning, explorers. Day 13 of the Route 66 trip. We're in Clinton, heading to the, someplace just east of Oklahoma City, I hope. And actually, I think we're heading over there first, Route 66 Museum. But we'll get there in a minute. If you like what you see, make sure you crush that like button and subscribe to the channel. Here at the Route 66 Museum in Clinton. And from everything I've read, this is the museum you have to go to. Oops, my fingers there. You have to go to if you're on Route 66. The Clinton National Route 66 Museum. So let's go inside the museum. The first room is an overview of Route 66, giving you where it goes through the nation and everything. And it also gives you a really good history of the museum, starting with Cyrus Avery and his plan to connect Chicago to Southern California, Los Angeles, which was approved in 1926. The next room showed you the construction of Route 66, with pictures of work crews, the equipment that was used to grade and construct the road, and some of the highway markers that were used to designate the roads prior to the construction of Route 66. As you walk through the museum, you basically walk through different scenarios of what life on Route 66 was like a gas station where they had the tire changing machine, the examples of the pumps and the oil that you could buy. And of course, like any Route 66 museum, they had documentation of the migration of the people from Oklahoma to Southern California or to California because of the Dust Bowl, as John Steinbeck documented so well in his book, The Grapes of Wrath. I found it particularly interesting that they documented life on Route 66 in ways other than using the automobile. People moving across the country in what was then the early stages of the Greyhound bus, moving products across the country and around the country in trucks, not the big semis that we're used to, but the local trucks and even the long haul trucks, something like this, where they would travel Route 66 for long period distances and move the products that they were carrying from one location to another. The next two displays were of what I consider the heyday of the modern Route 66, where they documented the 50s and the 60s. They had a what would be a small town cafe or soda fountain with the typical decor. And then they documented the 60s, where basically there are two types of people that were traveling across the country. I guess we call them hippies, for lack of a better term. And then also the family vacation in the station wagon, which is what my memories are of not Route 66, but of traveling the country, is in the back of a station wagon loaded up with all the things from the final parts of the museum were documenting the motels that were needed to support the travelers, the entertainment like drive-ins that have gone by the wayside but still exist, and then finally the closing of Route 66, or the decommissioning in 1984 when the last part of Route 66 was closed. The last part of the museum was a display of photographs from nationally recognized photographers that had gone out and documented the sites and the tourist attractions located on Route 66. One of the more interesting displays, I thought, was the image of this tattooed man. His name is Ron Jones, and I first learned about him on the Route 66 podcast. He has every tattoo on his body, and his body is covered with tattoos. Is part of Route 66 is inspired by 66, and he's done it over stages. But it's absolutely fascinating to see the tattoos of this gentleman after I'd heard about it on the podcast. And that's the Route 66 Museum in Clinton, Oklahoma. It did a really good job of documenting the history of 66, its effect on the nation, and how it has been embraced by the people of the United States as part of our history. Alright, I am out just east of Weatherford at Lucille's Restored gas station. Sorry about the noise, because there's a highway right there. But this is Lucille's Restored gas station. And this is what a gas station would look like. Phillips 66. Oh, they took all the stickers off. That's good. As you can see inside, the room, you can see what used to be the serving counter, like the ice cream, and they served like cafe things. And then over here, they had 4 rooms of a little motel type place. And this is Roman's Hammond Station. This is a 66 filling station that was bought and was designed and built in 29. It was bought again in 34 and renamed the place Probing Station. In 41, Lucille and Carl became the owners. And for 59 years, Lucille ran it. And this is part of the Will Rogers Highway. Starting close to the oldest part of 66 in at least Oklahoma. Coming up here. Old bridge there. So you'd be driving on this. Little curbs, little cement curbs here. This would be the old 66. Concrete road, cement road. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, crush that like button. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to build the channel up and so I can get these out to more people, and I'd greatly appreciate it if you could help me out and subscribe. Until the next video, as always, be great, do good, go out and explore.